afternoon, everyone. It's the Alumni Spotlight, and this time it's not one, but four alums with us today, and they are all heavyweights. So, yay! And so, starting the introductions anti-clockwise, please, Brian, begin. Tell us about you.
So my name is Brian Wana. I'm a food content creator and a food consultant. I'm class of 2022. I was student body president when I was in an Atlantic University, and yeah,
Okay.
that's a quick summary.
Okay. Quick word, Nicole.
Hi, my name is Nicole Albina Emechiwi. I am a filmmaker, class of 2020. Glad to be back here.
Yay.
Hi,
Uche.
my name is Uche Olise. You can just call me Uche, really. Graduated in 2021. Since then, I've been in marketing and comms and branding and everything that's cute. While I was in PAU, I was the vice president of the student council, and things happened. But shout out to us, we're here now. So that's it.
Very demure. Okay, Lawrence.
Hey, hi guys. So I'm a management consultant, study economics, class of 2020. That's me at least in a nutshell.
Okay, so I'm sure spending 4 years in Pan Atlantic University, there's so many experience. So I'd like to know your fondest memories, Uche.
Fondest memories.
Or even if it's just one, anyone, one that
think-
comes close to your heart.
My absolute favorite was fondest memory. I think there was a day I was so stressed. School was after my life, and I randomly decided, and I'm typically a planner. And one random day, I said, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. And I packed my bags and I went to the beach. I sat at the beach and I had a lot of juice. And I said, okay, I think
Juice,
I'm calm now.
wink.
And then, I said,
Wink.
I think I'm good now. And I sat at the beach for a while. I came back to school. And everything was fine. Fondest memory.
Love
that
it.
sounds like a very fun
The
memory.
juice.
You walk out of your academics into the beach.
Yep.
That's very random.
Yep.
Very fun.
I had a speaker. I had pop smoke.
You like pops? This is not even giving you
What is
aesthetic
pop
at
smoke?
all.
What is pop
Pop
smoke?
smoke is a trap. It's like a
Oh,
serious rap.
Pop Smoke.
as a-
Oh,
Yeah.
Was it serious?
Was
oh,
actually
okay, yeah, me
music
recipes.
class.
I remember.
Yeah. Okay, Lawrence, what's your fondest memory?
I can't even lie. The amount of like work I did to think of something, but I actually did find like to this is like cliche, but I think the first one was like I was in this really lovely kind of relationship like 200 level, so that was good. I mean I liked it, it was very very good. And then the second one was like, so I played Code Escriva only once in my 300 level.
What
and
game?
Football.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And like the team I was in, Madiba, they had actually never won it as of
They've
them.
been winning now.
Yeah, they win also. I mean, yes, I mean, I would say I sparked it, yeah, because and, yeah, my story is very unique because like I was the goalie, like or the
Yes.
keeper or the
Mhm.
person that stands in the post, and like we got to like penalties, and I saved like three, and that's how we won. So it was.
I remember that day vividly.
You were
really?
You were there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I was like, wow. So
Lawrence Messi.
I can do
let's
this
go.
outside of books, like yes. So yeah, I have the medal. I think where's that medal?
Just to reiterate, his last name is Messi, so you get it. You get it. Okay, so Brian, you studied business admin when you were in PAU,
Yeah.
and now you've totally branched out into the food business, and you're a heavyweight in your industry.
Not
How?
even small.
Hey, nobody calls Guinness World Records small. Okay, let's not forget that one. So, like, what made you study business admin? Why business admin? In fact, two questions. First of all, why PAU?
Okay.
Then why business admin?
So I could shalaye and tell you, what do you call it? I wanted to achieve dreams that no. PAU, to be honest, was fine. PAU was fine. This was the course that didn't have like the business course that didn't have math like that. So
Okay.
that's why we're here.
Wait, no, but there's
And
math
Igbo.
now. There's
There's
business
math.
math in 100 level.
No, not
Mhm.
as much as accounting and economics.
Okay,
so
fair,
that's
fair.
why.
And
I
Brent's
chose
a
it.
typical
Oh, man. That probably counts for a lot of people.
But yeah, aside that, I think it was one of the best decisions that I made because in everything I do today, like even this food thing and there's a lot of business like a lot of things I was taught in biz admin that like I apply at everything from management and just talking to people and relationships, and there are a lot of things that really apply. So I think it's an all round course that was able to really touch a lot of aspects. So yeah, thank God for that decision.
Wow. So it was a random select.
I asked my CRS teacher in secondary school, what's up among accounting, economics, and business admin, which one had the least mark in university? He told me business admin, and 5, 6 years later, here we are.
Typical African parents would like to, okay,
So my
iron
dad,
everything
one
out.
thing I
So
appreciate, what I appreciate about my father is the fact that he has never really imposed anything. He advises, he guides and everything. Like I fought out my two older siblings went to Covenant. I fought to come to Paratlantic. So like that's
very
the
good
thing.
decision you
Yeah,
made,
yeah,
by
I
the
know.
way.
I'm also like the last born. You get to like you tend to get your way sometimes.
Wow.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I mean like you worked out at the end, I guess. Things will eventually work out.
Nicole is the winner of an Afrif award. So I'm giving this question to her. What were the biggest challenges like in transitioning out of school into career life? Was there some serious reality shift? Or had you always been, plotting to the point when you got out was just more like a next step, nothing too crazy? How was it like?
Oh my gosh, I think the hardest challenge, I think even up till now, I'm still having that challenge. It's just, being controlled by like having a boss, basically, when I'm not the boss myself, right? So that was the biggest challenge for me. And I still in fact, like, I'm going through something right now that's actually making me realize that, I guess it was just being in that structure, that 9 to 5 structure, and being told that you have to clock in at this time and clock out at this point, and sometimes clock out later than that. Sometimes being told what to do at your like at the expense of like your mental health, and even like at the expense of your sleep, right? Just so that, like what Brian said, you're just stressing yourself to pursue someone else's dream or not my own dream. So like that was the biggest challenge. But like I would say that it actually like it helped me build something that you won't really build in school, and that was discipline, like adulthood discipline for adulting, right? So yeah, the reason why I'm still having that problem up to now is because there's something my dad told me the other day. He said that I have the ego of an evil man. I don't like
Now this is high. It's high.
I don't like to be controlled. Like I like doing things in my way. I like being in control of my own set. I mean, I'm a filmmaker of my own set. I don't like people telling me what to do because I just have this specific way of getting things done, right? And I'm just very stuck with that, right? So it's something that's I won't say that's good. It's something that I'm still working on, but I mean it's something they say. I mean, when you have the ego of an evil man, you also have the ego. Like
They put the
No,
ego
no,
egotistical.
Don't put it on his shirt or something.
yeah, it's
I
like
mean,
Actually.
I mean, some ego is good. Yeah, don't settle.
Yeah.
Don't settle.
Yeah.
So
Don't,
sure,
yeah.
Because
never.
the thing is, in Nigeria, to be honest, this is something that students should also know that in Nigeria, people want to use you
Right.
and take advantage of you. So sometimes
Yeah.
you have to match Chris for Chris.
Go Chris for Chris.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of discipline,
Mhm.
would you say, working with, I tend to hear this thing a lot that if you want to go into entrepreneurship or you want to be a good entrepreneur in the kind of market that we are in right now,
Mhm.
that it's important you must have worked under someone, maybe to build discipline and whatnot. So, speaking from your perspective, your experiences, would you say, okay, yeah, it's necessary or it's really not, like you can figure things out yourself?
You should also get Brian's perspective because he never really like, he
Covered.
he didn't spend like grueling hours in the 9 to 5 world, right?
Wow.
He went straight into like working on his own, but I did, and it's good for me. Like I actually, apart from like my ego, I got that sense of structure, right? So like even as a freelance, because I freelance as well, even in my own company, I mean there are people that work for me and it's their 9 to 5, right? And in my own freelance business, like it's also like it's still a 9 to 5 to me. Like I clock in at a certain time, but right. I clock in at a certain time. I clock out at a certain time, right? Like I have work hours. I don't just it. I feel like a 9 to 5 just creates that discipline and structure for you, right? That I naturally do not have. Like I'm a very disorganized, like ADHD type of person, right? So like
get that.
nine, the,
ADHD, I
yeah,
get it.
9 to 5s really help give you that structure. If that's one thing that I would say really benefit that I really benefit from in the 9 to 5 job. So
Lawrence, please tell us about your journey. I know you were a nerd when you
Mhm.
were in school,
Mhm.
but I mean, you have to have had some highlights. So, how was it like? Like maybe in your extracurriculars, or maybe even anything fun happening in academics, as boring as that is. What can you say about it?
Yeah, I mean, the first major highlight was like, first year I had like this perfect grade, like, so, that was one highlight. I got to say, oh, like, look at this, and also for myself. Then, yeah, second year was very, very eventful for me. Like I still maintained those good grades, but I now began to be open to like having more experiences, going out every now and then. As you all know, as we all can relate, we're all students, so we're all living on our parents' pockets. So the level of what you can do is dependent on like how much is coming in,
Coming in.
you know. But yeah, that was also like when I was also really like meeting people, having relationships as well. Then the third year was kind of like when I was just really going through it. And like knowing like there was something about that third year. I don't know what it was, but I just didn't really care. Like so, and it's magical because I still managed to keep the good grades, but
He's a true nerd.
like
This
this
is
is
a
like,
people that will pass without reading. Please continue.
no,
Carry
no,
on.
no, for real, because like I think 300 level first semester, like we just finished exams. I sat down and said, like, bro, what are you actually doing? Because if we think back, like your grades might be very funny, and then like yeah, results came out and okay, I was still like exactly on like a 4.5 that particular semester, so that was good. But like I was very nonchalant that year. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe I was tired, maybe I was stressed, I was missing classes. Like,
Do you think
yeah,
maybe it's because you were locked in year one, year two, and then now the lock is just wearing
Burnout.
out? Yes.
probably maybe I was burnt out, but like I remember like I had just written one of my icon exams and I came back and I was like, I don't care anymore. Like there was a day I knew we had a test, I knew I was like, oh, who's the lecturer? I'm not going. I did not go for that. I promise I didn't go. I was just like, and of course I let go and I still wrote the test. And
I think that's like kind of the opposite for me because, as you said, when I was talking about math and everything, I had um in my year one I had math 101, I think 102, and
yeah,
that's the only I never had a carryover, so that was the only time that I got like a D, like those two times, like 45, I think 49 the second one, and my first GPA actually started with like a 3.4 or something 22. So after that time, there was progression. To be honest, I didn't really change my attitude. I think actually I did a lot of businesses. I enjoyed myself. I had fun. But like finishing, like my last two GPAs are now like above 4.5, 4.5. So I think it's the opposite. I think towards the end, I kind of saw the importance of oh shit, finishing well and kind
yeah.
of like switched up or something, but not one thing that also really, really helped me. I keep on saying this thing was the fact that I was in Bizarre Name. Like, it was actually a soft course. I'm never going to find anybody. It was a soft course. It gave you a lot of flexibility. I think at our best, if I'll put it like that, we're doing like two courses or two or three. I can't remember, man. So it was really chill and you had a lot of time.
So is this you telling people that business admin is an easy course?
No, it's not an easy course. It's a very
Easy for
important.
Brian.
Okay, no, it's an easy course. I'm whining. It's an easy course, but it's very, very important. I think every single like course, medicine, whatever, should have a little bit of vitamin in it. Because
Yeah,
if you don't know how, you can have like there are even some tech bros. You can have so much skill, but if you're not like smart
Business
in terms of
savvy.
yeah,
yeah,
like you're not going to make anything out of it. There are people who have like even see this guy Leonardo da Vinci, like he was even Tesla. They were people who like knew their skills, but I don't know. I'm not sure about okay. Da Vinci eventually became rich, but Tesla died broke. Like you can have so much technical skills, but like if
Yeah.
you're
Don't
not,
know how to
you have to know
apply
how
Yeah.
to,
business
bro.
world.
Even a business, someone who has like business acumen and everything, can draw out the businesses from the most random things that you wouldn't
Right.
even see, like the
Sure.
most
Mm.
random things. So I think it's a skill that
Yeah.
everyone should be taught, regardless of this thing. So in as much as it was easy or not easy, in as much as might not have been hard as some other courses in PAU, it is
Yeah.
very, very important. Maybe the most important one. But like
Let me
those
just
things
Actually, I agree. Yeah,
we
it's,
agree
it's
to.
quite important. To be fair, I have to just, I don't know if my classmates will kill me, but we had this inside joke of like, whenever you want to just slack off, they'll just be like, do you think you're in business?
You guys are serious finish now. You see
But
now.
like, no, but like I think about it, and he's 100% right. Like people have, even now that I'm out there in the world, I have like friends from secondary school. Something happens, maybe CBN or the government, and they come and maybe I post something on my status, and I'm like, just imagine, and they're asking me, what does this mean for? So I'm like, people actually don't know like what some of these
Right.
policies, what it means for them
Mm.
as people. So like it is important to at least have some of
Yeah,
that.
with
We
that.
Yeah.
yeah.
So Uche was one of the most active people in her set, meaning
Hey,
that
yo.
she must be rich in co-curriculars, or even if not co-curriculars. It's not possible that Uche is somewhere and you cannot feel or hear or just perceive her presence. So, like, being the active, being the warrior
What you
that
want
you
to say,
are,
like,
the active woman that you
Mm.
are, or would I say during that point in time, would you say those things you did, the interesting activities you did, being a part of different things aside just having tunnel vision for your academic, how would you say those experiences helped you, like when you came out?
I think really having all of these experiences, I think ultimately ended up being really good because for some reason I've always had so much pent up energy that I didn't know what to do with. And then coming to PAU and having all of these activities, at some point I was a student, tutor, I was tutoring my classmates, I was in the student council, I was in the sports committee, everything all at once.
Back to
Um,
back.
but I think now I've transitioned from doing all of that into being in the marketing and communication space, and there is so much of everything to do. Today I'm managing vendors. Tomorrow I'm figuring out the budget. Next tomorrow I'm doing client management. The next day it's crisis management. Everything all at once. But somehow I'm able to thrive in all of the chaos. If anything, chaos actually helps me blossom, and I'm thankful for it.
Give
But
me
yeah,
Phoenix.
Mm-mm.
but yeah, I'm a huge fan of chaos, as funny as it might sound. Having a lot of things to do helps me out because I have a lot of energy, and it makes me feel better to know that I'm putting all of this energy into a lot of cool stuff. So yeah.
Does the interconnectedness of your field, does it ever maybe confuse you? Could you maybe have to niche down? Like, is it too much?
I think recently I decided, you know what, let me add to this list. And very quickly I realized, oh yeah, that's a horrible idea. I think for the first time in your life, you might be doing a little too much.
Too much.
But at no point have I ever felt as overwhelmed as I have felt in the past few months. And shout out to my community, shout out to Jesus Christ. Because very quickly I said absolutely not, goodbye, and I took a step back. But yeah, but yeah, that's I think the closest I've ever felt to being overwhelmed by all my activities.
Okay, so these the members of the alumni association. So let's do a quick vote. Who is the most active alumni on this table? Or
It's
alum
not
rather?
me. It's not
Oh,
me.
oh.
The most active alone.
Mm.
To be honest, no, I'll
It's
keep
not
that
me.
one. Yes.
All
Yes, I
right,
posted in
shout out to
Abuja.
you.
I'm not active. Oh. My all just really bad. I think I'm the least one.
Most impactful,
No,
actually.
no, legit, like in
Yeah.
Abuja, like if they are coming to Abuja, I mean,
Right.
even though. But yeah, no, I won't say active like
Yeah.
wow. I dish when they in there in
Yeah.
Abuja.
Yeah, what are your favorite alumni events? Since you are the most active.
The career forum. That's what today was. But no, like I mean, I'm in Abuja, so we don't get to participate a lot in what you guys do. I mean, yeah.
Shout out.
Okay.
Hopefully, when this thing goes.
Yeah.
I think the most active is actually Nicole, but she doesn't want to talk.
Okay, it's true.
I don't
like,
know
like even when I
why.
was a student, she was still. I mean, like.
No,
Yeah.
Nicole was
Yes.
everywhere. That thing they do in this foyer like every year. The
Nicole
nostalgia.
Nostalgia?
Nostalgia.
Okay,
Nostalgia.
yeah,
Yeah. Are you not part of the people that planned that? You and
Are you
Phoebe,
serious?
I think.
I mean, at some, yeah, a
Just say
particular
yes.
Y'all are
Just
trying to
say
be
yes.
modest.
Just say-
She's trying to be modest so bad. Okay. How important is the network, the alumni network?
First of all, like PAU alumni are like they're the biggest and baddest in their games, man. Like
Period.
I mean, I feel like there is no how I would not enter a PAU alumni event and I wouldn't see like big dogs in industries, like the PAU alumni network is so rich, like literally, like you can see,
Mula.
you can smell money in the air whenever you're amidst like PAU alumni. So and it's thanks to Pan Atlantic University, thanks to
Yeah,
LDS, like thanks to like how much the kind of people that they build and transform, right? And it's because of the high standards of PAU that they were able to churn out rich people like
So
this,
much.
right?
Yeah.
Not only rich in mind, but like rich in knowledge and experience and everything. So yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So just to add to what she said, like
Mm.
recently I worked with a brand where I like delivered food to a couple of my friends in Lagos, and I went to their offices. And when I got to the first office and the second and the third, I realized something that these three of my friends are really doing well, working in big companies in Lagos and
companies.
everything. So when you think about it on a deeper level, even amongst your friend group that
Mhm.
went to Pan Atlantic, a lot of not a lot, like even all like everybody's doing well. It's not like
Yeah.
I don't think I've really heard. Maybe I mean maybe you won't hear, but like I haven't really seen any PAU person that isn't doing like well or isn't in a good position. Yeah,
Mhm.
you know, I know someone who is what they call it big companies in Lagos, even the ones doing masters in very big school, Yale and a lot of other.
Abroad as well.
So like
Yeah.
it's really impressive. I mean, and hopefully my prayer is that because I mean as PAU grows in size and everything, it grows in how do I put it, clout and alumni and everything. So I hope we get to a point where you know how Harvard people they go wear Harvard t-shirts, you know be very soon will become like that. So I mean I think we're on the right track
We're
and
actually
it's interesting.
We have a Guinness World Record holder on this table as a part of the Alumni Association. Brian, how
Yeah,
far?
like speaking about like the Alumni Association and in relation to the Guinness World Record thing, I'd like to give there's a big shout out that has to go to like my friends from Pan Atlantic and other like this thing. You know, the funny thing is when I started like the whole Guinness thing, I didn't really have a strong team. So I just reached out to friends, both friends in that were not Pan Atlantic students, but like even the ones that were in Pan Atlantic, some of them were my media part of my media team, project manager, like maybe right here, she was the project manager. Tomiwa was the media this thing. Even my friends in Lagos, I didn't even know about this, but like apparently they contributed money and like sent it to our like funding account and everything. So I'm like, that's the thing. The community and the community you have in PAU and the friendships you make in PAU, they tend to last longer because you know in other universities, they don't know drag me somewhere, but in other universities, like it's kind of forced. Like the relationships are forced because they are in an enclosed space and you have to be with this person and do this thing. But in PAU, you are free, you're like a little bit more free. So it's like you get to make the choices of who you want to be around with. So when you make that choice, it tends to stick for a longer period of time. So I think in relation, I don't think I could have done the whole Guinness thing without my support group, most of whom were PAU alumni and like alumni or whatever. So
A big shout out
yeah,
to your
big
support
big
group.
shout
But
out to my support
I want you
group.
to tell us about you. It's a serious undertaking to say.
Do you know what I mean?
want to
I
do
was
this.
telling Uche it's a very big thing. Like obviously, but the fact that it wasn't it's not a random record thing. It's actually if you go abroad and tell them, oh, you are the person who has visited the most restaurants in the world, like in 24 hours. It's not random. It's a very it's a flex, you get, but also it's very you have to be careful because like it's very easy to be a one hit wonder in some sense. So like to just have a peak. So when you become like people will know is it that Guinness record guy? Yeah, it's very very common. So in as much as like it's something that obviously I'm grateful for that I did and everything. I also try to not dwell too much on it because when I dwell too much on it, or if I try to dwell too much on it, it might limit what I want to do. Like bigger things should come, you get so. Yeah, but it was amazing. Like even from the school and everything, like I got a lot of support. I know they hosted me one time. Like I know it's been amazing, you know. So from the school, from even the lecturers, I got some text from lecturers like, Mr. Andrew. I remember texting like just a lot of things like that. Yeah, so like the support PU is not like they don't for well very small, which is a good thing because everybody knows everybody somewhere. So like the support was beautiful and crazy. So we thank God for that. Yeah.
Okay, so let's conclude with this question. So Valentine's season is nearby, and we love Valentine's in Nigeria. That we forecast it even during New Year's time. So now that it's this close, this question is for everybody on the table. How was Valentine's season like in PAU before Valentine's that you had?
Cash out is it? I don't know, like, bro, cash out.
You say you know they do
Let me give you people advice. It's late now, but find the package and don't sell because last minute that's when people will do it. I think that time we had 20K packages and maybe 200 or so. And mind you, this was
Back
when
then.
like this was back then.
So
That was a
many
lot of
students are
money.
doing that package now.
Okay, maybe that's casted.
45K,
Darn it.
100K.
But yeah, it's 45K now, 100K.
Yes, so 45K
That is
starter.
the view and almost was 20K then. You had 5K saved. Like you just buy one small. Things are.
And
But yeah,
so, Uche, how was the
cash
Valentine's
out.
season for
Ooh,
you?
Valentine's for me. assistant cash out madam. I had a friend who had a business, and so we used to carry it on our head. She had like cupcakes. And so leading up to Valentine's, there's a lot of marketing efforts, sending out emails, making sure that we have bookings, and then on the day, making sure that we supervise all of the deliveries that need to go out. So I think for me, that's what Valentine's was. After heartbreak in year 2, I gave up on love. I said no, no, no. So yeah, that's what Valentine's was to me. And then yeah, that little song. That's why Valentine is coming.
Ooh.
That's Valentine's for me.
Okay, so Lawrence, how was Valentine's for the nerd?
I mean,
Own it.
He said he was in love a few times.
Yeah.
Like
I was, but that's
Oh,
the
she
crazy
were
part.
lover boy.
Not
Yeah.
as in it, those things always crashed maybe before.
Target.
No,
Okay.
so for me, Valentine's was self love day. Like
Oh.
I would probably buy like a package. I know that one of my friends had a package. I was just like, yo, I want to do this package. I got the thing, the wine, everything, and I put some. It was Netflix then. Back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched the thing in my dorm, and I'm living good, man.
We had the package for people like him then. We got like single pringle. No, we cashed out too. We thank God.
Yeah,
No,
just,
because I
yeah.
know that even now Valentine's is you come outside, it's dispatch everywhere.
Oh, that's
It's
good.
cakes,
Cute.
it's red.
And I think it's
It's
worse
just red.
now
Yeah.
than then. Because then, like,
Mhm.
I mean, they were like you had this part, you had things, but like I think now, most likely with pay is bigger and like we
Yeah.
are grown and
Yeah.
everything. Bro,
Yeah.
if you are single, just lock your door and bro.
Okay, Nicole, how was it for you?
Well,
4 of them.
4 of them.
Yeah.
Honestly, I got gifts every year, but there's
Okay.
Mm.
there's this
She didn't start to tell us.
there was this particular year, and I'll never ever forget. It was my third level, my 300 level
Okay.
Valentine's Day. I got the worst food poisoning of my life.
oh no.
My entire, I had never gotten food poisoning like that. From where? Valentine's cupcake.
Oh man.
I sure not related.
No, I said
It's true, your friends cupcakes.
I said after that experience, I would like whenever I see cupcake or chocolate like this, I'm just like, nah, just roses.
It
I'm
was
good.
that
It
bad.
was no. It was
Oh,
really
no.
bad. So yeah,
No, I think sorry, I'm so sorry. Like in terms of like food poisoning, and I think I can relate to something. There's a particular country that the 2 times I've had their food. One time when I was in that country, and the other time in that country's restaurant in Abuja, I had throwing up like food poisoning. I can't talk about it because the country people would.
They will look for
it.
you.
So yeah, like watch out. That one, I've never eaten food for.
Watch out.
Okay, so during the time when you were receiving gifts,
to be honest, I mean, I got it from a couple of people. To be honest, I even
Couple
got,
of
like,
people.
Oh, so
funny enough, I got like anonymous gifts too. You know, so, like-
that's so cute.
Secret
Yes,
admirer.
hot
That's
cake.
what it's giving.
Yeah, so
Yes.
yeah, I'll just say it like that.
Okay, so we have come to the end of this beautiful interview. I had so much fun. I was laughing all the way through. So, guys, this has been another episode of Alumni Spotlight, except this time we have 4 alums at a go, all industry heavyweights. Thank you so much, Lawrence. Thank you so much, Uche. Thank you so much, Nicole. And thank you so much, Brian. I have been your host for this episode, Kemnachi Ubadike. Please stay tuned. Make sure you like and repost and keep watching this page for more interviews. Thank you for watching. Bye.